Welcome to the Investors Corner, where we explore hidden treasures. Today we are standing at the University of Juba at the Institute of French, and we are here to meet one of the young, talented South Sudanese artists who draws in a very articulate and creative way. And we are here today to talk about his creativity, how far he's willing to take it, challenges he's facing, and the relevance of his work. Join me as we discuss with him. Yes, hello, Mr. Gazi. How are you? Good to meet you. Good to meet you. Thank you. Yes, we are here today on Investors Corner program, where we are here to recognize the work of the talented South Sudanese artists, which we have heard and seen some of your creative work in this area. And it is from this on that I would like you to take us through some of your drawings, some of your paintings, and some of your artwork in terms of the relevance of that work, when it was made, and what it takes to make it. So, thank you. Welcome.
Yeah, sure. You're welcome.
Yeah.
Thank you a lot for the chance. And I'll take you one by one, starting from this piece. This one is a geometric design. It shows there are different colors here in this figure, which represents what the artist has inside, the collective art designs that they might have in mind, and then presenting them in different colors, and also the design itself. As you can see, it is just made of strings and nails. The arrangement of the nails and of the nails determines how you're going to stick the strings in between. And any given design can give you a collective of other designs when you are using the string. Yes.
So what do you call that that particular piece of work?
This is just a geometrical design.
Geometrical design?
Yes.
Okay, I can see there's a perfect drawing of somebody here that, if I'm not wrong, it looks like a Chaiwir?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Can you briefly tell us about this drawing?
Okay, this came in mind when I heard about her being nominated for the humanitarian agent by the Focus Africa. So I saw the picture in the media. She's the one who posted it actually some times back. So I decided, like, maybe I should make a portrait of her and maybe present it to her as a gift. You know, sometimes most of us people do good things to people, and we don't expect something in return. But once you find someone who is appreciating, who is looking and then just silently seeing and observing, then decides to pay back to the person who is really doing good to the community, it really pays someone. The person might feel even encouraged to do more.
You said your artworks, I don't want to describe them as painting because they are not paintings.
Yes.
They are particularly nails and reels,
Strings.
and strings rather,
Yes.
that are put together. How can it perfectly brings out the right image of somebody like we're seeing? You can even tell, you can just recognize the person. How do you come up with such consistency in bringing out the real picture?
Okay, the main thing about string nails is to bring that three-dimensional figure about any given figure. For instance, this picture, for us to have a precise picture of someone, we need to have a stencil. A stencil is the copy on which you're going to work. But if there are other designs like this one, you just come up with something in your mind and you just do it. But this is very precise, and it has to be precise. It's either by drawing, or you can have a stencil, a copy of the picture, then you trace, and then you can do that. There is much done here, actually, because it is just like drawing. You need to shade. In drawing, you shade, right? You know which color protrudes, which color goes as a shade. So any slight mistake will render the picture not clear, and it might even bring confusion to the person who's seeing.
Okay. Can we see other work that you have also done? My cameraman would just follow me along to see some of the...
We have one here
Yes.
for MTN. I also did that. I was inspired by MTN and the work they were doing. So I decided, like, you know, sometimes I sit like that and then I get inspired by some things, and I just decide to do that art piece. Yeah.
And it's also the same techniques and the same style that I used to bring out the correct image of the picture, I believe, as the others.
Yes, this is actually just drawing. First you draw, you make lines where you are going to hit the nails, and then once you have the nails are just like the structure, the frame on which you are going to fill the strings.
Let's check the other paintings.
Here we have the basketball.
Okay.
I'm a big basketball fan. I
Okay.
used to play sometimes back, but I never got the chance to go to higher levels. But I liked it. It was my passion sometimes back. I designed several of these. There are some customers who would order for them. I would make them, and depending on the background they want.
And this is not
No, this
your
is
work.
Not, this is not mine.
This is a painting.
This is
But I'm seeing similarly across there is another one which looks like your work because I see nails
and strings.
and strings.
Yes.
And you can already tell who this is. Look like
Yeah,
the president
sure.
of the
Yeah.
Republic.
Sure.
Tell us briefly about this.
Okay. Actually, this is the first. This one and that one was the first work of my hands regarding drawings of portrait. I was inspired by the two. I've been looking for a way to draw a picture of the president, and you know, it makes me feel proud when I just accomplished that. And I was very happy once I put the last string, you know. Actually, what drives me more is when you're starting, like maybe me, I know the picture, but if you would come and find me doing it, you would not see this is, you know, what are you doing now? What is this going to be? Are you serious? This is going to be.
But
like,
you know it in your mind.
Yeah, I
already.
know it in my mind.
Okay. But for you to do this, you must have either a picture or a painting
Yes.
or something to guide you through.
Yes.
Okay. How long will it take you to just make something like this piece?
Like this one,
How much time?
If I just give it my maximum time, it can take like 3 days,
3 days.
especially a picture.
How many nails and how many reels I can see is basically about 3 colors, black, gray and white.
Yes.
How many would you estimate the number of nails in this picture?
The number of nails here are about 500, 600 nails. And then the strings, you can see there are 3. The black is about 2 sets. These are the strings for
These are the normal
strings for mending the shoes.
For the shoes, not for
Yes.
the clothes.
No, for the
Okay.
shoes.
Because they
They're
have to be
very hard
strong.
and durable.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the gray took like a half of that piece. The white, you can see it's just a little there.
Maybe let me just have a feel of it. So, after the completion of an artwork like this, how much lifespan would you give it before it can wear out? If it's well preserved.
Actually, it depends with the person who is, you know, preserving it. Once the customer comes and takes it, how he puts it, how he keeps it, is the one that determines how long it's going to stay. But it can stay as long as possible. Yeah, it is. It can be wiped even with water, because this is plastic. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you can wipe it with water. You can clean it every time, and then you can even dust it.
So it can stay for a while,
It can stay for a long time.
some years.
Yeah, some years.
Okay.
Approximately like 10 years it can stay.
Do you sell them?
Yes, I do.
And so far we have seen prominent personalities. Is there any particular agenda you are aiming at, or is just interest in the figures? We've seen the president earlier, we've seen the philanthropist.
Yeah. Actually, as I told you, it was first of all, for my own personal satisfaction. And they were my first trials, and I'm so proud that I made them through. I have another one for our late hero, Victor Jangarang, that I'm starting on. Yeah. What really inspired me, as I told you, this one was the nomination of HIV, and this one also for the pride I have for him.
Okay.
Yeah.
How do you, once again, how do you call this type of artwork? Because it's not painting that most people know, it's not drawing. How do you call it?
It's just a string art.
Is it something that is common across the art work, or is something new emerging?
For some time now, it was new, but people are coming up doing different designs. But here in South Sudan, it's the first of its kind. I've also been in Khartoum. It was also the first, and I sold many pieces there. I make logos, not just pictures.
So you are actually the only artist in South Sudan that
Yes,
does this?
So far.
Okay. And yeah, let's take a look around at other artworks. Maybe we can learn a thing or two. There's another one here.
Yes, you can guess.
I'm trying to comprehend. It looked like a puppy, a dog.
Yes, that is it.
Okay.
Mostly, these designs, like for instance, as you see it here, it can be made in two ways. Either the figure is submerged inside, as you see, and then the shadings are brought outside, or you protrude the whole figure outside, like this.
As yes, the complete opposite of this.
Yeah, the complete opposite of that.
Okay.
Yes.
Which one costs time and which one is more difficult to make? This or this?
The one protruding.
So because this is difficult.
Yes, you will have to draw the whole figure.
Oh, okay. But
here you
just
draw the shades.
Okay.
The shadings.
Okay.
Which might not take a lot of area.
And there's something.
Yeah.
Just right across.
This is concentric circles. I gave it a name of making a straight line circular. Circular. As you can see, you not really say this is a line, right? It looks like a perfect circle.
Yeah.
And everywhere you look, here, here, and here, even here, it just looks like circles.
Exactly.
Concentric circles. This is just a geometrical figure. In fact, it is the basics of my inspiration to start doing.
Are you from geometric or mathematics or engineering, architecture background? Because this is quite precise, to be honest.
Yes, I love geometry.
Okay.
In fact, it is my inspiration when I was in high school. Yeah, I try to think of ways of making a circle using lines.
Okay.
And in my exercise book, I had a lot of these figures.
Okay.
The students in high school used to borrow my exercise book just to see the figures.
Yeah, exactly.
And they were so surprised about it.
Okay, can we go around? I'm seeing there are some others on the table. My cameraman would just follow us so that we can see just right about on the table. There is the flag of South Sudan.
Yes, a waving flag.
A waving flag.
Yeah.
And one thing that I'm seeing in almost all your drawings is the number 712. What does it represent?
That's my signature. It's my name in figures.
712.
Gab.
How do you?
This is G, this is A, this is B.
G-A?
B.
B.
Yes.
It comes up to be 712.
Yeah, that's Gab.
Oh.
My name is Gab, my nickname.
Gab.
Yeah.
Okay, so you put your signature tune into every
Yeah,
one.
my initials, yes.
Okay, as opposed to other artists who would put their direct names. So the waving flag.
Yeah, it's the waving flag.
And what do we have here?
This one, I call it in Spanish, Bailamos, which means let us dance.
Oh, okay.
It represents salsa dance.
And it looks like a combination of the two types of work you just mentioned.
Exactly.
One protruding,
one submerged inside. Yeah,
okay.
that's true.
So you can almost tell I have an art's eye for the
Yeah,
pictures.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So,
because not everyone will have that.
Yeah, because
picture in mind.
it looked like two people dancing.
Yeah.
The one is protruded art and then the other one is a little submerged.
Yeah. You can
Similarly,
see this is the man, right?
yeah, the black one is the man,
Yeah.
the one in the white is the woman. And here,
This is a hug.
it, yeah, obviously looked like a hug.
Yeah, this is a hug.
Okay.
Yeah, I met this one in the inspiration that, sometimes all of us need a hug,
Yeah,
It makes us feel good, it makes us feel comfortable.
yeah.
But more than that, this represents loneliness.
Okay.
Yeah, it is a big hug. as
Because
you
the
can see.
person who is being hugged is submerged.
It's submerged, yes.
Yes.
It is big.
Okay.
It looks like a hug, but it is empty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, the other one is a map and a flag, but then there's something which I've been, ever since I came into this
Yeah.
room, I've been I've been struggling to find
figure
out
it out,
exactly what is this. Maybe you can shed some lights on it.
Okay, maybe.
Yeah, just raise it up
let's
so
see.
that, yeah.
I think now it can be clear. Right?
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's making perfect sense.
Yeah.
It's actually a tiger
Tiger.
that is crawling towards
Yes, a prey.
the prey.
somewhere.
Yeah. Is it complete or not yet complete?
Not yet.
Because
I've been working on it.
you can
It's
see
almost finished. This one I can finish today.
okay, it's an amazing work. Let me just hold it. So
It's not heavy, as you can see.
yeah, it's not heavy as it can appear. And yeah, so maybe we'll take a short break, and when we come back, we'll talk more about how you develop this inspiration and where you intend to take it.
Okay, sure.
In the meantime, let's go for a short break.
Thank you.
Investors Corner takes a short break. Stay tuned as we discover hidden treasures, as you can see from this artistic and creative South Sudanese. Stay tuned. There are plenty of investment opportunities in this world's youngest nation of South Sudan. To better understand the economy and explore the thriving market of this country, you ought to get out of your comfort zone. You either hustle under the scorching sun in Konyo Konyo market, run errands at a small or medium business enterprise, or better yet, chair a conglomerate board meeting at a high-end tower in Juba. While awaiting an official business trip to the region. Whatever you do, just don't rest. Work hard, think big, and be smart in order to count all your economic blessings through this weekly business show of the Investors Corner, exploring hidden treasures. Join us every week at this time. Welcome back. This is the Investors Corner, where we explore hidden treasures. And as I mentioned earlier, I am here joined by one of the talented South Sudanese artist, Mr. Gazi, who is known for his different way of, I can't say drawing, but putting pictures in a creative way through nails and strings. And we are here to know more about his inspiration for his work. Welcome back.
Thank you.
This work that you're doing now, when did you start it? And actually what inspired you to do this kind of work?
Well, this started way back when I was in high school. I got inspired by the geometrical stuff, as I told you earlier. Then I never put it in action. I had it just theoretically. I filled all my exercise books with figures, different figures and designs. Then it happened one time, a student, a colleague of mine, took me home, invited me for dinner. And the father was there. The father was very happy knowing that the exercise book was mine. And he encouraged me to continue with that, and he told me this is real money. I could still remember his words well. And I never put it in mind as such serious thing. But in 2019, we had a friends gathering, and we went to Kondogoro. to one of our friends. In his house, I found these figures. I asked him, why did you get these figures? He was like, I got them from Nairobi. One is costing 50. I was like, hey, I know how to do these things. Are you serious? That's what he told me. He told me you're sitting on money and you're just wasting your time.
And he told you that this is money. And,
Yes.
and are you, in a real sense, right now, making profitable income out of your artwork?
For some time now, because I've been off and on in the market. I had some family issues that made me not to continue persistently. But my plan is to continue with it and open a bigger place and create some even more working opportunities for youngsters and teach them how they can do this.
And do you have any gallery of your own, or have you ever participated in an organized exhibition where you portray your artwork to the wider viewership?
Yes, I participated twice, recently in 2020, when I was in Khartoum. I took my father for medication. Then the period was long and I decided instead of sitting idle, I had to continue with my work there. I participated in two, one of Mawel Brer, and actually they were both in the Mawel Brer. And I succeeded there. I made a lot of organizational and company logos. I also made different designs of these kinds. I also made them the Sudan flag, and I sold them to offices.
And as I asked earlier, do you have a gallery of your own right now?
Right now I don't have. As I told you, even my first time to want to start a gallery, a mishap happened, and I had to take my father for medication and all that. I stopped everything. Actually, I agreed with someone to give me a shop here in Malakia, but that never happened because of the mishap. And when I came back, I had to start from scratch again.
How do you see South Sudanese in general, both the intellectuals and the common people who see your artworks? How do they react?
They get surprised. The first look, and they're so impressed about it. I found so many people who would want to immediately take the item there and then. Others would promise that they are going to order. Others have different designs
So there is a positive reception from the
Yes.
local community.
Yes.
And in terms of monetary value, how do you, value a cost of one of your artwork? If somebody is interested in maybe buying an already made artwork, or if they have an order of their own choice.
Okay, as you have seen earlier, all of these designs are put into different sizes. Also, depending on the size and the sophistication of the work, I charge depending on that. Yes. How much effort I put in the
So,
piece.
and most of the work you do are based on orders, not especially those the one you intend to sell. People coming to you and say, I need this particular artwork done in a certain way, but not you making a ready-made form of art and just putting it there for sale, or both. Which one exactly?
Actually, I do it with passion. I really love doing it. Every time I find myself having nothing to do, I start doing that. And most of the art pieces that I made inspired people to buy and then order later on once they find this is really what they really want. And I do them not just because someone ordered, but I do them because I love doing them.
And some artists would tell you that there are some pieces of work that they cherish or they value so much, they would not attach monetary or commercial value to it. Is there any art form that you think defines a lot of things about your work that you don't get to value it in terms of money?
Yes. My first two art pieces that I made, I never sold them out, and I'm always so proud of them, and I don't intend to sell them. Though they were very primitive, but I would not value them.
They are the blueprint of what you do now.
Exactly.
We didn't get to see them. Did you show us?
Yeah, I can show them
in soft form. Okay, we'll get to see that. And generally across the art sector, not only what you do, but other artists in South Sudan, what do you think is the major challenge that is facing the industry, that is hampering its progress, that is, limiting its capability to develop?
I think it is just basically funds and encouragement from people around them. We have so many people discouraging. Once you start something unique, they tell you, what are you doing? I found so many people who tell me, do you take Bangi to do these things? Because whatever you're thinking is out of the blues, So a few friends of mine really stood by me and they encouraged me to continue with whatever I'm doing.
What about from the government side? I know there is the sector which is responsible for such work, the Ministry of Culture, Heritage and National Museum. Have you ever come in contact with them? Have you ever shown your work to them? Is there been any sort of a communication from them regarding this kind of work that you do?
Actually, since I came back from Khartoum, I had almost 3 months or 4. I never approached any entity concerning that. But my plan was to make as much as possible piece of arts, and then maybe if there is an approach later on, I can approach and then present what I have. Yes.
And as we age closer to wind up our program, what message would you want to share through our program, through this platform, for South Sudanese who are having mixed reactions, as you said, regarding artwork in general, and in particular to support this kind of work?
My encouragement and word of advice to all the youths is that we are so talented as South Sudanese, and that we have so much inside us that we can bring out, that can tell us and tell the people around us about our originality, irrespective of what we make, because even we have a lot of roles to play, giving out to the world and showing them what we are.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Gazi Nur, for giving us your time and showing us your creative pieces of art. And we hope that through this platform, a number of South Sudanese get to see those kind of work and appreciate and get in touch indeed with this kind of work. And we indeed look also forward in the near future to see you in a more improved art center that is taking the arts in this country to another level.
Sure.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. And this brings us to the end of this episode of the Investors Corner, where we explore hidden treasures, as you have seen, with this creative mind that we had today in this episode. My name is Tech Stephen Ugut. On behalf of the hardworking crew, I wish you a very good time. Goodbye.